All right, guys, welcome to episode 136 of Chillin with the NY Warriors. And I have a full panel for you guys tonight, but we also got a special guest. We got our friend, founder, and president of CBCS. We got Borock in the house. And let's get right to it, guys. There you go. Bam. Hit you everybody all at once, you know? So I'm just going down the line like I normally do, but I'm gonna start with my guest first. I'm gonna introduce my guest to everyone in the chat. We got Steve Borock in the house. What's going on, Steve? How's it going?
It's going great. It's great to see you guys again.
Always a pleasure to have you. You know,
Oh,
you're
and by the
basically like
way,
one of us.
I don't think I saw that intro before. It's really good.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, that we just started with the intro. You know,
It's really cool.
trying to change up a little bit. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Uh, so I'm gonna go down the line and introduce my fellow NY Warriors before we get started. I'm gonna start with my man Joker M21 in the house. What's up, Joker?
Yo, what's going on? It's been like a long time since I've been
Yeah.
on YouTube. Yo, what is going on, everybody, man? Hope y'all enjoying the show tonight. Gonna enjoy the show tonight. We got plenty of questions for Steve, man. And man, it's gonna be a good one, man. So stay tuned, man.
Definitely. Then we got my man Eli Easy, the game hunter in the house. What's up, Eli?
What's going on, everybody? What's up, Steve? What's up, everybody
Yes.
on the panel? What's up, everybody in the chat room? Man, I feel like I haven't been here in a minute, but last episode, y'all, there was an auction. I usually don't come off of the auctions, but
Yeah, it's
who
been
knows?
about 2 weeks since we.
It's been about 2 weeks since you see my face. Show up on Spine Ticks over the weekend. Usually a regular. Sometimes here and there, I come on, hop on the Spine Ticks with the Sith Lord Lee. So shout out to him. Let's get the show going, guys. I'm happy to be here. Happy to see Steve again. Always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure here too.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Next we got Market 316 in the house.
What's up? Oh my God, we got Steve back. We got a great show. I can't wait. I'm just going to shut up because we're going to talk some good stuff tonight. So there we go.
Definitely. And then we got Jeff Johnson in the house. What's up, Jeff?
Hey, what's up? Like everybody else, man, I'm going to keep it short. Steve is here with us. We're just going to hang out and have fun. So let's keep it going.
All right. And then we got my man Keep It Thoro in the house. What's up, Thoro?
Yeah, what's going on, everybody? Man, glad to be here. Glad to be back again. And best of all, I'm right next to my favorite booty of all time.
My dearest booty.
All right. And then, you know what? Man, the needs no introduction. We got my NYC in the house.
What's up, everybody? Hey, kid, clean up your dresser drawer, man. It's kind of like messy over there, I see.
Yeah.
Always being the dad.
Yeah, for everyone to know, Manny, this Eli's father, guys. In case new people don't know. Yeah. All right, so let me just give a quick shout out to the chat because I see we already have a full chat in the house before we get started. We got J Salsa 23s in the house. We have Lona Espinoza. We got Gomez, Comic Collectors chilling in the house. We got Roger Levesque from 3 Men in the Basement is there in the house. We have To Be in Phoenix is here. William Medina's in the house, and I think that's it. That's all who's talking in the chat. So let me just go over real quick, guys, and I'll remind you guys about this towards the end also, because I know more people will jump on as we go along. So this for the month of March, CBCS has a discount code. The code is SAVE10, and you get 10% off your grading fees on all tiers, meaning they could be modern or they could be Silver Age books, but it's only for the grading fees, guys. That doesn't include the shipping on that. So 10% off of Silver Age books. I'll take that all day, guys. So make sure you guys check that out. Go to their website, and there's a link to their website already in the description, guys. And also, we're gonna have a giveaway presented by Market 316. The reason he's showing that book is because our theme today is Golden Age books, because Steve is a huge fan of Golden Age books. But we're gonna get to those covers a little later. First, we're gonna do like basically a little Q&A, and the channel has been growing lately, and I've gotten like a surge of new subscribers, and many new collectors have been starting YouTube and watching videos and stuff. So in case they don't know who Steve is, I would like, Steve, you could just give them a little bio or a little introduction of who you are, just in case there's anyone that doesn't know.
Okay, I'm a comic book fanatic.
Definitely.
So I was a major collector for many, many, many years. Owned some of the best comic books in the world. Been very lucky. Got tapped to start this thing called certification back in '99. So I started the first certification company, our competition, CGC. Got tired of grading after a while, and went to Heritage. I was the senior consignment director there, brought in millions and millions of dollars worth of original art and comic books. And then I got a chance to open up my own place, CBCS. And it's been gangbusters since. We're so busy. I'm working 6 to 7 days a week. It's crazy. But the market's on fire, too. It's not just us. I mean, the entire market's doing fantastic.
Yeah.
Anyway, so and that's basically what I do is I look at comic books and I grade them for a living and I check for restoration and make some people very happy, make some people very sad. I'm an umpire. It's what I do.
Yeah, and you guys, if you don't know, Steve is really known in the hobby, like by a lot of people that run conventions. The owner of CBSI, Mike, right? Don't you have a message for Steve?
Yo, my man Ben C. He said, just mention my name to Steve Borock.
He's awesome, man.
Yeah, he said that something about a poster that you gave him or something like that.
No, I gave him a comic book.
Oh, you gave him a comic book. Well, right.
It was owned by Jerry Garcia.
Oh,
wow. I'm a Grateful Dead fan, and Ben's a very big Grateful Dead fan too, and he's a comic book fan. And I had 3 copies from his collection, and I figured Ben really could use one. So it's our community is all about taking care of each other, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
and that's the way to do it.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
That's how we do it too. We give each other AOKs, things like that.
Sure.
Manny goes to certain stores. He'll call me, "Yo, Biggs, do you need this?" Mike does the same thing. We just hook each other up all the time like that when it comes with the hobby.
Absolutely.
Jeff, everybody, we all do that. Thoro. That's how we do it.
Jeff
one of us needs something
yesterday.
One of us needs something, and we don't. And then another person has it. They could part with it, or they can help get it. That's how we do it.
Sure, it's what makes it. And half the fun is the community.
Yeah, definitely. Ever since YouTube, actually, collecting has been a lot better. For me personally, it was always by myself until I started doing videos on YouTube and getting involved with that. And I'm sure for a lot of us is the same. A lot of the guys that.
Well, imagine being me as a kid, right? I mean, I'm going to be 58. Okay,
no way.
There's no YouTube, nothing like that.
Yeah.
We're looking in comic books and we see an ad that says 25 cents for a catalog, and you send it off, and you wait like a month for the catalog to come. By the time you pick out the books you want, they're sold. I mean, it was crazy. And then to meet people, I had to go to conventions.
Yeah.
And even then, it was kind of like there's still a stigma on collecting comic books, and it was really strange. And so the friends you made were very special.
Yeah, we were just talking about that on our past, right, Mike, on that past Saturday episode about the stigma of the typical comic collector and how you can't use that anymore. There's, because you don't know who's a comic collector now.
Yep.
And it kind of, we were talking a little bit about hip hop and how someone that is usually in that genre, you wouldn't associate that person with comics, but it's all wrong because you see a lot of like famous people that are into music and all that they collect comics as well.
Sure,
just like us,
A lot of my heavy metal bands that I like, a lot of them collect comics and all that. Anthrax is definitely one of them. In fact, Scott Ian did a comic and everything. And Charlie Benente did the art.
What's his name from Metallica? Was a huge comic collector, poster collector.
Kurt Hammett.
Yeah.
Yeah, and one of the guys. One of the guys that are from System of a Down, he owns Torpedo Comics in Vegas.
John
right?
DeMayan.
Yeah, there you go.
Right,
he's a really good friend of mine. Sure.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he's a great guy too. Really cool.
So in the chat, guys, if you guys have a question for Steve, just I'll try to keep up with it and try to ask you guys questions. But before I have any questions, anyone in the panel has any questions for Steve or anything that they want to know? Or
my question I always ask is
how's
go ahead, man. Go ahead, Manny.
How's Beckett doing with the cards? I know it's
that's a good question.
My God, I mean they can't even promise any type of turnaround time right now.
Wow.
The market for collectibles is on fire, like I was saying before.
Yeah.
I mean, and they can't hire quick enough. I mean, it's unbelievable.
Oh, yeah. Are you familiar with the cards at all?
Not really, not much at all. I I mean, I know the superhero cards are taking off now, which is crazy. I mean, I had like, those tin cases with the holograms. I couldn't give them away.
Probably have a good future time to send in my
There you
Mecha
go.
Godzilla.
Yeah.
So
Did you expect that with the Marvel cards, like to blow? Like, did you ever think like, wow, these cards maybe will be worth something one day?
When I bought them, I thought they were kind of cool. Right. I always think something could be worth money someday, but I held on to them for so long they weren't worth anything. Got rid of it. We do that a lot, especially if it's something we don't love. If it's something I loved, I probably would have kept it because I have stuff in my collectibles cabinet that's not worth any money, but it's just cool stuff. Mm-hmm. And I have stuff in my collectibles cabinet that's worth what I think is a decent amount of money.
So, like on your slow days, if you ever have any, do you just like walk down the hall, see how they doing, to see how they operate, or see their process?
I've taken the tour, and I get to interact with people there, and we also have meetings, managers and people like that get together, and we try to discuss what works for each company, what's not working for each company, because there's definitely. It's different company, but there's so many similarities in grading and dealing with your clientele. So it's really nice. The atmosphere there is really, really cool. You can go to anybody, talk to anybody about anything. It's taken seriously. It's quite a good fit.
I remember when Beckett started getting into grading, because, PSA was first jumping board, and then they got into it a little bit later, but they always had the price guide magazines and all that stuff. And everybody was, start grading, because you guys, if anybody knows about the damn card, it's you guys. Then they started that, and I like how they grade their cards. The cases are nice, a little bit thicker, and also give you the point scales on the edges and everything like that, and you get the 9.5 or 8.5 instead of just a regular solid number as the other ones were doing. But I like how they do it.
We talked about that, but we give out the grading notes for free.
Yeah.
So what would you guys be still willing to pay for me to go, okay, I'm going to spend extra time telling you about your corners and about your staples?
No.
So, I have to weigh the option there, to move something forward like that. Would people really pay for that if they're getting the grading notes for free anyway?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Your grading notes are basically spot on, because I've seen many, with some of the books that, that is not a 9.8 and they want to know what the heck is wrong. I just say, here are the grading notes. This is exactly what's wrong with the book. And it's basically spot on.
And then we use also the check mark next to the grade in case it looks beautiful and you can't understand why we gave it like a 7.0 and it looks like a 9.0. Well, you don't see that, 3-inch crease that doesn't break color, but we see it, but you can't see it in the case. So that's why we like to use the check mark, because people don't think we're just crazy.
Yeah.
So it's basically like
I'm in comic books. I'm crazy.
I don't like the check mark. It's a little annoying.
Well, yeah, but don't you think that it really helps sell the book if you're a seller, and if you're a buyer, you're going, "Hey, I'm getting a great deal."
If you're just
so good.
If you're just a person that like collects the books and then you see that check mark on there, you're like, Well, that's just me. Everybody's different, though.
Yeah, no, it's cool. But originally we had a star next to it. Our competition uses a star on their coins, so they sent a cease and desist letter saying that people might confuse comic books with coins. We thought it was quite funny, but we sure weren't going to go to court.
Oh man!
Wow, they took it that far. Damn.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Symbols. Everybody has copyrights.
Yeah. Now they're doing cards too. So I don't like their card grading anyway.
I'm gonna confuse my penny with my comic right now.
Yeah,
they're a good company. I'm sure they'll do fine with the cards.
Oh man! So we have a few questions already in the chat. So I just want to grab a few before there's more, and they get lost in the shuffle here. So we got a question here from William Medina. He says, "Steve, when you worked at Heritage, was the art being sold, not stolen from the artists?" I would assume they won't sell stolen artwork.
No, Heritage is really, big about that. There was one time where there was a piece of stolen art that we found out later was stolen. Of course, it was pulled right from the auction, even though it was worth about $100,000. I mean, there has to be a chain of custody. So a lot of stuff you can trace back to being sold at Sotheby's or Christie's, even. And I mean, Neil Adams, a friend of mine, he's a really great guy, but he thinks that every piece of art that's out there was his and was stolen because DC gave away a lot of his stuff, but he also gave stuff away too. And he just doesn't know which stuff he gave away these days. So my friend is like, I got this from you 30 years ago,
So we got another one here from Jesus. What's his name? Hold on.
Estrada?
Yeah, he says, has Steven heard of Guaranteed Comics? If so, what do you think of their service? I don't know.
I don't know what Guaranteed Comics is.
Me neither.
I'm sorry.
Never heard of them.
Yeah, if you could be more elaborate in the chat, Jesus, maybe we'll, I've never heard of that either.
I think they're another grading company, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah.
No, we
I
don't
haven't
care
heard
for
of
them.
them.
That's it.
Yeah.
So one thing I wanted to ask, and that's something that we've asked every time you've come, and we've never gotten a definitive answer because we don't know yet. Because I remember the last time it was the launch of the new cases and all that, and I know that everyone's always looking to ask about magazine size, and now they're making a lot of books that are typically magazine size, like
exactly
like The Last Ronin, for example. So this is the book that you wouldn't be able to grade with CBCS. So is that in the works, or is there anything
It's
specific?
totally in the works. We're past the design phase.
Oh, you passed the design phase. Okay.
Yeah. So fingers crossed we'll have it before convention season in the summer.
Oh, nice. That's pretty soon then.
Oh yeah.
Real
They
quick,
canceled
man.
San Diego Comic Con though.
Yeah, no
they did.
San Diego Comic Con.
Do you know Tim C in the chat there, man? Because he's threatening to rip up a Hulk when he went if we would have mentioned his name to you, Steve. Tim C.
Tim C?
Yes.
If it's my friend Tim Campbell, I think so.
Yeah, Earthshaker 001 Tim C. So I'm assuming that is Tim Campbell.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
There you go. There you go.
I'll never rip up that book.
Oh yeah, I just found this comment right now. He said, there you go. I found the. He says, Steve, wait till you see the odd GA and Silver Age. I just sent in 77 books. Hell yeah, damn.
Oh, geez, 77 books. No.
Woo! He sends in a lot of books, and they're all really cool. He has a really eclectic way of collecting, and it's really neat. He's a really nice guy too. So
awesome, man.
It works out real well. We've become friends over the years.
Yeah, and this is also a question that usually comes up when you come on the show. I know you've answered it a few times, but Art Kemist, friend, he's asking, with signature verification, how does that work?
Okay, well, it goes through BAS. It's a separate company than ours. Mm-hmm. And they're experts at signatures. And they have examples, of course, of Jack Kirby from the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and they're really good at what they do. They've been doing this in sports and Hollywood memorabilia and, TV memorabilia and rock and roll memorabilia. And they've been doing comic books too before us. But once we merged with Beckett, it was a simple marriage to merge the two together for signature verification.
All right. There you go,
Basically,
Arsenio.
these guys are just the top experts.
Nice.
Indeed.
Yeah, and BXPR Collector, he's asking for any CBCS discount code. Yeah, there is a discount code. BX, I showed it in the beginning of the video, but I'm going to show it again right now real quick. So for the month of March, CBCS is giving 10% off their grading fees. It doesn't matter if it's modern or Silver Age books, but it's only for the grading, guys. It's not for the shipping, and it's only for the month of March.
Yes.
And you know what? The more you show that discount code, the more I want that sketchbook.
There was a question there. Oh, so this is from Nick Golterra. I'm not sure if you saw this on Instagram or not, but I saw this post yesterday, and he just wants to know if you can't answer it, it's fine. He says, "What are your thoughts on the comic book exclusive Star Wars 9.8 that has no cover? How is it possible? Thank you for your time."
Yeah, I mean, that wasn't a CBCS book.
No.
Okay, so let's just get that straight. Thanks. But if you have somebody who doesn't have the knowledge, the right knowledge grading books, that's going to happen. It's happened to us. We let one of the Wolverines, Wolverine 50, I think, with the ripped claws cover.
Mm-hmm.
Well, with the second cover being removed.
Okay.
Because the page count was the same, right?
Yeah.
Right.
But it was still a bad mistake. Everybody makes mistakes. We're human. I don't know anybody who doesn't make a mistake in their job once in their life.
Yeah.
But to let it go out, it's it's a little embarrassing for companies.
Yeah, with this day in social media, like that
Everything
one little mistake
explodes.
it's the last thing that everyone's gonna remember. It doesn't matter how much good you've done. You're only as good as your last mistake.
Yes,
Right.
well, that's the problem with society sometimes. They forget all the good you do and remember one bad thing.
Yeah.
Unless
Crazy.
it's horrific, and then of course they better remember it.
And it's crazy what that book is going for right now. I mean, from earlier today that I was looking at it, it was like at 115, had like 5 people bidding, and now it's like at $350, 19 people bidding. I can only imagine, because that one becomes one of a kind. Because supposedly, from what they said, it was just one book that is out there. That is the only one that made it out to the public. And now everybody's going crazy because now literally it becomes a collector's item. And one of the things that I wanted to ask you, Steve, too, was like, hey, I want to give you a big kudos and, a tip of the hat for what you guys do, giving graders notes for free. That's something that's awesome. Honestly, for me personally, I don't believe graders notes should be charged for.
No, I don't either. I mean, that's how I came up with it. I said to myself, if I brought my car into a dealership and the guy says, okay, you can pick it up now. And I go, great. How much do I owe you? He says, $600. I said, great. What'd you do? He goes, well, that would be another $100.
Yeah.
I'd go crazy.
Yeah, exactly. And then the other thing, too, is like how easily, accessible it is. Literally, you could grab your phone, scan the QR code, and boom.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Pop right up. So I think that was a great thing that you guys did. Now, one of the things that I do want to talk about is, and I've had this conversation a gazillion times, I don't know too much about CBCS. Sure. I do have books graded by you guys. But one of the things that completely bothers me is why there isn't grader's notes. For example, from CGC, they don't give grader's notes. If a book is not a 10.0 gem mint, there should be something wrong that you need to tell me what is wrong with my book to receive a 9.8. Yeah. Would you agree with me on that?
I don't know if I fully agree, because, with the 9.8, there's got to be like just a little thing wrong with it. So we just don't take notes on the 9.8s, 9.9s, and 10s.
Gotcha.
But you're right. I believe that every book should have a note on why, because we use it not to give you the information. That was secondary. That came just born out of the graders passing notes to each other. And so I decided when I was at CGC, well, why shouldn't it be free? Why can't I tell people what, was wrong with their books? And it would help big buyers decide if they were going to buy a book or not, because it's pressable or not pressable, or it has a defect that they hate because they hate boxing, but they don't mind tanning. It could be anything. We all have our peeves about what we don't like about certain defects. But since it was there, why not share it? Once again, I wouldn't want to be at the mechanic who's asking me to pay him to give details what he did to my car.
No, definitely. And again, man, kudos to you guys for doing that. So definitely that's one of the things that was always appealing to me about CBCS.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, so we have another question here from a fellow New Yorker, BX Boxer. He says, for grading at CBCS, do the graders have to go through any process to become a grader?
Oh, yeah, it's a very thorough process. Before they could even start to pre-grade, they learn on the computer to type in the notes of the book. So they figure out how everything's formatted with us, artist information, writer information, key comments, things like that. They go through extensive training on how to handle books. Most of the guys know how to handle books already, because they wouldn't want to work in comics if they weren't already a little experienced. And then they spend years before they can even finalize a book. in years and years.
Wow. How long has the CBCS been open now? Exactly how many years have been grading?
5 years now, right?
No,
Since 2014,
5?
I think, isn't it?
Since 2014.
Yeah, 6 years. It'll be 6 years, I
6
think.
years.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
I'll be honest. In the 6 years, that you guys made a huge impact already.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can't believe it. I mean,
Yeah.
like I said, I'm working. I think I was mentioning to you guys before the show, but I'm working 6 to 7 days a week. It's crazy. And the market's on fire. We're on fire. It's a
Yeah,
good
'cause
thing.
if you think about those the year difference, the competition CGC, they've been open 21 years now, right? About
Something like that, sure. Well, since 2000.
since 2000.
Yeah.
Okay, so 21 years, right? So they've gotten where they got in 21 years. It's 6 years. In 6 years, when they started at their first 6 years, they were nowhere near where you're at in 6 years.
No, but to be fair, I mean, the first one in has to take a lot of knocks at the beginning.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a fight to convince people to certify their books. I was like, look, this is a book you certify. You need to have a restoration check on this. That kind of thing. Or do you want to get more profit out of your book? Well, if it gets the right grade, you will. But basically, I lost my train of thought now because I started talking about grading. I start going to grading. What was the original question?
No, just it wasn't really a question. It was more like a.
You were just comparing how.
I was just comparing how far.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So the
how to convince people to grade.
5 years is probably like our first year.
Yeah.
Right. We had a fight to say, hey, we're here and we're real and we're legitimate. But it took them 5 years.
Yeah.
And then they've opened up certification. In other words, they said, hey, guess what? We've made certification acceptable. So now when a legitimate company comes along, wow, certification is acceptable.
Yeah.
So we had people's shoulders that we've stood on, even though they were my own.
Yeah. Yeah, because you started all over there, so
Right.
it's not like if I guess that's the biggest thing that has gotten CBCS to where they're at right now, which is basically your reputation for grading already,
Well,
so
not just that. I mean, I think that's what helped start it.
yeah, we'll help start it. Yeah,
But it's the people that work there that really
of course,
made it. Yeah, these guys love comics and these girls love comics and like I said, Beckett's been fantastic to work with. We're just very lucky.
Yeah, I just remember that whole era because cards started getting graded, and it was the same exact thing with the comics. Everybody's like going with the restoration, all that. I'll give you one quick story. I finally got a Wayne Gretzky rookie card, and a grading company was there, and I went at the show when I bought it and gave it to them. They were doing on-site grading because they could do that at that time because it wasn't that big.
Right.
It came back color touched. And
wow.
I'm like, and I know how much I paid for it. Well, my dad, I should say, chipped in. We went back to the dealer, and we said, look, he had a knip, but I was just like, look, the show manager had to come out because he was pissed.
Wow.
But we got the money back, and we just gave him the card. And I said, here,
Good. Look, as long as he takes it back.
That made me, when you guys over there, when you did CGC, when you guys started that, I said, you know what? I'm going to do that to my comics because I want to preserve them and make sure that they're legit, because everybody was buying from shops or on eBay. And, I've gotten back some back there that had a lot of color touch or it was a counterfeit. So I had that happen.
Yeah. So, Steve, I have another question here from one of our chat. Juan Lugo. He says that if he sends his old CBCS book for reslab, do you just reslab it, or does it go through the whole grading process all over again?
First, we look at the slab to make sure nothing's been tampered with, and to make sure the book looks like the grade that it was given. And if something's wrong, we'll call somebody right away. But that said, once it's been checked, it doesn't need to be regraded unless we find a problem or unless there's damage. Like, somebody sends a damaged case that's been dropped from 3 feet and the book gets nailed. Well, we don't just reholder that. That has to be, the person has to be called up and said, look, this is either sent back to you or it's back to grading.
Yeah.
You know, and the
Basically, so
transparency
if
and the legitimacy of everything is so important.
so like if you think if the book is has suffered damage, then it has to be regraded because it won't be the same grade.
Right. It wouldn't be fair to to put it back into a same grade holder, and then somebody else gets stuck with a hot potato.
Yeah, and that's where you'll get the whole thing. Well, oh, this isn't really a 9.6. Look at this crease and look at this that, and then you get the
Unless you have the opposite, right? You know, Manny. You know, we could put a check mark on it if it looks nicer.
Yo,
I got a couple of check marks.
I got a couple of books with check marks too.
Yeah.
For the PC.
Yeah, right.
Tim C got a good question. Do you see it?
Yes, I see.
Who is it?
He's asking when can we expect underground comics from 60s and 70s to be graded by CBCS? Like the Air Pirate Funnies,
Pirates. I know. I mean, look, the reason we don't do them, it's a niche market, and it on a lot of these early ones, the first prints are hard to tell from the second prints, the third prints. You'd have to hire somebody who knows the stuff, that knows undergrounds really well, and then so to hire an expert on something that we're not going to get a lot of books in probably doesn't pay at the end of the day. Maybe when we've grown a little more, because we do want to help the hobby and be part of the entire hobby, but right now I don't see it happening.
Okay.
There was another question in the chat. Kind of lost it in the whole shuffle there, but I kind of remember what they was asking. When it comes to the verification, it's back when we were having the verification questions. Do you get a lot of signatures that are fake? Like, is that a constant thing?
We get a lot of them that are fake. A lot of Stan Lees, especially, and Jack Kirby's, and Stan Lee and Jack Kirby are the biggest fake ones. Then I would say McFarlane, but we never say that they're fake. We say that they're unverifiable.
Okay.
Because Stan Lee's signature changed so much the last 2 years of his life that I can't even tell a Stan Lee signature. And I've seen, thousands.
Yeah. I know the ending that was really tough. His signatures really got bad.
Yeah, it's sort of
and they pushed him so hard. They should never have pushed this poor man so hard. He wanted to be around the people. He just didn't have the stamina that they were making him stay and sign 4 times. I've seen him fall asleep signing. It's not good.
Yeah, I know, and I remember seeing all those videos and everything, and I don't just blame the people. I don't blame just whoever was handling his his stuff, but the comic people themselves. Like, chill, guys, get off this man too. Like,
but they also waited in line for 12 hours being promised a signature. Yeah. It was just a bad situation for everybody. Yeah. And he did so much for the Hero Initiative, which is my favorite charity in the hobby, of course. I'm going to plug the heroinitiative.org.
Well, you also a part of it too.
Huh?
You also a part of the Hero Initiative, aren't you?
I'm on the board of directors. Yeah, I do a lot of work for the Hero Initiative. I figure I should give my time and money if I would ever accept it, right?
Yeah, I think the last time you was on the show, that's when we did a whole thing for Hero Initiative.
Yeah.
Remember, we had I'm sorry, I forgot her name. She's the one that had Christine. Christine was on also that day, and we had a whole thing. That was when Edwin was doing the whole charity thing on YouTube for the Heroes Initiative. That was like about 2 years ago. Wow, it's been a long time since then already.
Yeah, we've been hanging out for a while, guys.
Yeah, this is probably like your 6th appearance on here already.
Yeah, that's why it's my favorite podcast to do. I just feel like I'm hanging out with a bunch of comic collectors and having fun.
That's what I was telling the guys before. I said we're like underrated. You know what I mean? Like you'll ask somebody, "Oh, do you like the New York Warriors podcast?" Yeah, we love it, but we're not even up there yet. We're about to break 2,000.
You'll get there, man. You'll get there. I have faith.
Herd always wins the race, right?
Yeah.
So, I know there's more questions in the chat, but the topic of today was Golden Age comics. Joker on his channel East Meets West. He had put out this thing where they do a theme, basically, Silver Age or Bronze Age or variants or specific artists. So for this one, since we know that you love Golden Age books, I love Golden Age books, and I know there's a lot of the guys here that do have Golden Age books in their collection. We figured that'll be the topic that'll be the theme for today. Some of our favorite Silver Age covers, and Steve picked 2 of them also. So we're gonna go through all of them, but I'm gonna save Steve's for last. So we're gonna go down the line, and who are we gonna start with first? You know what? We're gonna start with Jeff real quick because I have them in order by Jeff. So Jeff, if you want to tell us what this is?
Yeah, we all know Marvel Comics #1, right? I mean, one of the reasons why I like this because even though it's supposed to be like a superhero comic with the Human Torch and all that stuff, if you look at the cover, that doesn't look like the Human Torch. That looks like a devil. Maybe it's me from looking.
Yeah, no, you're right.
No, yeah, it does.
Yeah, and so I thought that looks more horror than anything superhero like. So that's why I like that cover.
I used to own the Carson City copy of that. It was sweet, man. It was like an 8.5.
Wow.
Oh wow, that's high.
Actually,
yeah, 8.5. Wow.
the family, right? We went to Pennsylvania for a vacation, like a weekend vacation. They had a Marvel museum, that traveled from state to state.
Yeah.
And they had an actual copy of that comic.
Nice.
It was really nice to see that up close.
Yeah, it's a great book.
Yeah, definitely a beauty. Just real quick, I didn't mention this before we go, but I'm going to give a shout out to CovrPrice.com. They do not sponsor me, but I am a paid member for their service, and the images that I got for these layouts are from CovrPrice.com, guys. And whenever you see the little key icon there, that means it's a key issue. And when you see the little diamond icon there, that means it's a rare find. That means it's a rare find.
That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's really you'll see that in some of these layouts, because of course it's they're Golden Age. And then Jeff, here's your second pick.
Yeah, and pretty much the same reason with this cover because it doesn't look, even though it's Batman, it doesn't look like a superhero comic. It looks more like one of those pulp or noir type movies. It looks more like a movie poster than anything else. So that's why I chose that cover right there.
It's a great pick.
It is.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank
And the homage that Neil Adams did for issue 227, Batman 227, I love his take on this cover also. Like that cover stands iconic on alone, and it's an homage cover.
Yeah, I mean, you take a look at that cover, it looks more like a movie poster than a comic book.
Yeah. All right, so this is Manny's pick right here. Manny, you there?
Oh, you want me to talk?
No, I mean, why did you pick it?
I don't know
why you
picked it
picked
because it's the first appearance of Cheetah, and I love Wonder Woman. That's why I picked it. Pick that one. Yeah, it's it's the first Golden Age Cheetah, and Wonder Woman is just dope. That's why I like it.
No,
and plus the movie just came out too, Cheetah in it. But they didn't use this Cheetah. They used the other one from George Perez.
They used Barbara Minerva, but this is, Priscilla Rich. Yeah. The first rendition of the Cheetah,
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a dope pick, Manny. And then Marky.
All right.
316.
Well, there you go. All-Star Comics #3. It's the first ever of a team superhero team-up. First time they ever did that. And plus, all these classic heroes are sitting around the table. This has been cover swiped from a lot of the modern books and everything like that. But this is just a classic Golden Age right then and there. So it just has a lot. It has a lot of key issues, and it's the first Justice Society of America. So
actually, it's the most iconic cover. But #4 is really where they act like a team. #3 they have separate stories. It's pretty neat. So you got to get yourself a copy of #4. It's a lot cheaper.
It's true. Very true.
Well, now that you mention it, it won't be cheap any long.
Nope.
It's cool. What's cool is that this is from 1940, but it's so relevant today because they even have a show where it showcases some of these characters. Stargirl,
Sure.
And don't forget Black Adam.
Yeah.
You're going to get Hawkman. You're going to get Dr. Fate. You're going to get Atom Smasher.
Yeah. So it's cool how something that old is still relevant today. And then this is Marky's second pick.
Oh, there's just no question with that. It's the first appearance ever of Green Lantern. So All American Comics number 16, Alan Scott. And yeah, that's all I got to say. It's a great issue, great cover. I'll never own it, but I got the third appearance. So, I'm close, but that's the closest I'm ever going to get to this first appearance. So I'll take it.
Okay. I only got to the second appearance. One of the books I've never owned is an All American 16.
Oh, wow.
And so for CovrPrice, that you see the key there, and you see the diamond. Of course, it's key issue, and it's a rare, hard to find book. And hold on, let me just add Eli. Eli's been having a little technical difficulty there. So the next two is actually Eli's books, and I'm gonna go with this one first, Eli, because this book right here, I couldn't find it on CovrPrice for some reason. Maybe I was typing it wrong, or I don't know what. So Jeff looked it up on Comic Vine. Yeah, they should have had this book. I'm not sure why they didn't have it. Maybe I'm gonna look back. Maybe I was doing something wrong. But Jeff looked it up for me on Comic Vine, and that's where I got the information from on there. So go ahead, Eli. Why did you choose this book?
Is Eli
Can you hear
there?
me, Eli? Nah, he's frozen.
Probably having problems.
Yeah, he's not. So it's America's Comics number 9 from 1944. It's released by Pine Publishing. I do know that he's currently reading those new omnibus that came out, reprinting these issues. That's probably why he picked it.
Yeah, it's great. It's a Schomburg cover, right?
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure.
It's a Schomburg cover. This cover right here is really freaking dope, man. I mean,
it is. It's awesome.
You got a dude shooting an RPG. The other one, they're just going to battle. It looked like it's 3 of them taking against the whole army right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about the other two, but the guy with the bazooka, the RPG, that's Black Terror. I know Eli.
Oh, Black Terror.
And it's the Fighting Yank. And,
the Fighting Yank, right.
Oh, I know this. You guys are killing me.
I want to say the last one is Tom Strong, but I don't think so.
No.
He said Tom Strong.
I'm going to hate myself. I'll know it as soon as I'm off the show. But that's all right.
Hopefully Eli come back, because Eli is very particular about his books, and if he picked this, there's a reason why. And I know we have a whole segment called Storytime with Eli, because he never shows us just a book just for showing it. He tells us exactly what it is. So hopefully he'll come back. I'll save his other book and see if he'll if he's able to pop back in. So let me just show you mine before we go to Steve. So I have to pick this book. You guys know me already. I've had this book multiple times in my collection. It's not a key issue or anything like that, but it's Action Comics 82 from 1945. This cover I love it. I love this cover. I've owned this book 3 times already in 3 different grades. I got a raw one now that I need to get it pressed and send over to CBCS to get it graded. When I get the chance, I'm gonna do that, and just one of my favorite covers of all time.
Yeah, it's a great cover.
I always I've sold one, then I right away purchased another one, and just I just keep getting it. Keeps finding me.
Right, I was gonna say you always find another copy, no matter.
I know. And then this one here is another one of my favorite books. Where is that? All right, just chopped off real quick. I own this book also. It's in my collection. It's Superboy from 1956. It's the first appearance of Metallo from Krypton. Again, I just love this cover. When you have it in your hand, it's totally different. Like this picture doesn't do it justice, man. That book,
it doesn't.
Like the pencils have really come out on that. Really.
Cover.
Yeah, really, really, really dope ass cover. And I have it also. Again, it needs to be pressed. It's probably, I would say it's probably about a 4.5. But for a book from 1956, a 4 and a 4.5, I'll take that all day. So cool. Those were my 2 choices. And we're gonna go to Joker. You didn't. I know you didn't put anything in the chat.
Yeah, I was just too busy, man. I didn't have a chance to do it, man, to get my books.
I probably thought you're probably gonna show some of yours that you have, because I know you have some Golden Age Batmans.
No. Yeah.
These are Steve's picks, so I'm gonna go with this one, Steve. The first one right here.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's a totally twisted cover. I mean,
I like
torture, bondage. It's got a green Hitler with worms coming out of his ears. I mean, you have the torch like burning this demon. I mean, it's unbelievable. It's one of my favorite all-time covers of the Golden Age.
Yeah, it's crazy ass cover. Look at bondage cover and everything. It's just there's so much going on in it. It's crazy.
Yeah, there's a lot going on there. Wow.
And then this is his last choice, his second choice.
More funds. Yes.
Yeah, I was one of the biggest more fun collectors on the planet at one point for high grade, and I own the Edgar Church Mile High copy of 52, high grade copy of 53, and the Nova Scotia copy of 54.
Oh,
and I liked the 54 better than his first and second appearance. I didn't care. This cover is just so iconic.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's like total Spectre.
Yeah.
You know?
Underrated character. Doesn't really, he's notable, but he should be noticed more.
Yeah, I think he's very underused. But the problem is he's way too powerful.
That's the problem.
Yeah, the comic Spectre, he's God, right? On the DC universe.
Like God Vengeance.
Well, did you guys read
he's the jury and executioner. That's it.
Yeah. Did you guys read the DC Comics Presents storyline where Starlin was doing it with Green Lantern? You know, the first Teen Titans is in one of the books. Spectre was one of the characters.
Yes.
And
that was issue 60, right? Is 60?
I think 60.
Okay. Can't remember. I know it was 60, 61, one of those two. That was
no, it couldn't be. It has to be earlier, right?
You saw DC Comic Presents with the first Teen Titans?
Right, exactly.
That's 26.
You're talking about
that's 26.
About
26.
First Spectre and all that.
Oh, yeah, no. First Spectre and Showcase is number 60. Yeah, sorry. Got our wires crossed.
Oh man! So you know what? This time of the show is where we do basically like a little show and tell. Me and the guys, Joker, Manny, and Marky and Jeff. We actually met up this Sunday. We were able to meet up, and because in New York now they opened up in-house dining, so we met up for lunch, and we went to one of my local LCSs here in Staten Island, Jim Haley's Universe, and we did a few pickups. So, who wants to go first? You want to show anything that you want to go? You got it, Mike? All right.
I could go, guys. All right. So yeah, man, I just picked this up. These are just books that came out last week, man. We was talking about this on the indie spotlight. I'm just wrapping my mouth till you get it right. You know what I mean? So this is just books I picked up from last week.
I'm trying to drag you over, and it won't. There you go.
It's all good. So like I was saying, man, these are two books that, me, Thoro, Biggs, Roman, and Lett was talking about last week. And then on Thoro's channel for CBSI, they do an indie spotlight. These are Two Moons. So I read the synopsis on this. Well, we was talking about the synopsis and, kind of, turned me to this book, man. So I'm definitely going to read.
Oh, that was a great, that was a great read. I liked it. And one of the dudes that turns into like this demonic creature in the story reminds me of the Critters. You guys ever seen the Critters movie? He had the Critters head, and that's exactly what this dude reminded me of.
Yeah,
Critters. All right, so I picked that up. Then I picked up those were basically on the walls. The walls they have the new comic book day stuff and stuff like that. So these were from the back issues. I didn't even get a chance to change bagging boards or nothing. So
me neither.
Yeah, I got Strangers in Paradise #1. Then I got Mace Windu issue #1, right? If I'm not mistaken, yep, issue #1. The nice little cheesy smile there. There you go. Then I got Captain America 9. I think this is when Sam Wilson first becomes Captain America on this one. I think it's like an Elseworld story or something like that. And then I picked up Avengers, the Children's Crusade, issue #8 of 9, limited series. I just picked it up, with the Patriot thing on the cover.
Yeah.
Another Patriot cover here. I picked up Young Avengers Presents Patriot, issue #1. I think it's a one shot, if I'm not mistaken. No, actually, it's a limited series, 1 of 6. So 1 of 6, picked that one up. Then, I'm big on the Champions, man. So I picked up Champions, issue #6. Issue 6, issue 9, nice Viv cover. Yeah. Issue #10, and then I picked up a Black Panther issue #4. Nice cover there. Yep.
Nice cover, bro.
And then we got Vision issue number 3 from the Tom King story arc there. And the last book I picked up was Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur issue number 32. And this is the first appearance of Princess Fisk, Kingpin's daughter. So that's what I picked up in JSU. But I also picked these up from on eBay. This one book, and this is Captain America. I forgot what issue is this. I'll tell you right now. Captain America issue number 27, and this is the Stormbreakers variant. Right, this is a Patrick Gleason cover.
That's a great cover.
Yes, it is. Some of these Stormbreakers, yeah, it is dope. Some of these Stormbreakers variants are one per store, and some of them are not one per store. So it's like we don't know which one are. So doing the FOC, you mark them down in your previews, you pre-order them, and if you get more than one, that means it's not one per store. If you get one, then maybe it is one per store. So that was it. And then the 2 last books I got. And shout out to Chad RCG for this, man. Give me a great deal on this. Was X Factor issue number 6. I've never had this book, but I got a nice high grade newsstand copy of First Apocalypse.
Nice.
All right. Yes.
Underrated book.
Yes, it is very. And one of my favorite covers. I like collecting these. And this is a high grade copy of Super Friends issue number 1.
Oh, nice.
Yes, beautiful high grade.
Very cool.
So yeah,
you stole that from me. Thief.
Oh, that's the one that he had on our auction 2 weeks ago, right?
Yeah.
They're nice. I forgot you said you picked it up.
Yes, I did, and those were my pickup spin. All
right. So before we move it along real quick, I just want to give a shout out here. We got a $4.99 super chat from Comics Miss Explain. He said, "Everybody tip the homies for this certified entertainment." Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
Appreciate that. Yes, man.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
So you know what happens when we get a super chat in here?
That's right. Wonder Twin Powers activate.
The Manny Roar.
That's not the first appearance, though. Number 1. They're not even in that boat.
Yeah, Super Friends. Come on. My man was having a moment. Tim C. Come on,
so,
man.
I think you're shuffling. I see you shuffling over there. You ready to show some stuff? I think you're ready.
Yeah, I'm ready. Yeah. All right. So I picked these. Oh, okay. All right. So I picked these books up from that LCS too. So Bounty Hunters. What number is this? Number 2. That's the second print. That's a dope cover right there. Boba Fett. And some other creatures. I don't know who they are. Then I picked up this Star Wars Darth Vader, also number 8. That's a nice cover. Dr. Aphra, Darth Vader on there.
The first appearance in that book too.
Yeah, it is the first appearance in that book. And this is the first appearance of Lady J.
Yep.
Right there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, man. CBSI.
Yeah. Thank you to CBSI because they had that thing with the first appearances in it. Because if not, you would have to read these. But and then this also is a first. I don't know which first appearance, man. There's like too many. A bunch of these they'll just have like random, like first appearance of Hess Truck.
Still cool cover.
Yeah, it's still a dope cover. And I didn't have actually some of these doubles, but they're in good condition. They're in great shape. This is another first appearance too in here.
Nice. Yo, shout out to Ben C, man. That's Ben C's list.
Yeah.
Put together.
Yeah, that's dope. Put some more lists up there, man.
I was talking to him yesterday, and I already told him I was off air, man. I was like, we used it.
Appreciate you, man. And then this is the first. This has like maybe 6 or 7 first appearances in it.
So, I think every issue of G.I. Joe, besides maybe like 3 issues, have like the first appearance.
I was about to say the same thing, Eli.
And then I picked this up, the Mighty Thor number 450. All right, there's what's the first appearance?
First appearance of Blood Axe.
Yeah,
there you go. Thank you, man. Damn, Thoro.
Yes, I love my
mind is gone, man. It's like sometimes I don't even know what first appearance is and what.
It happens.
Yeah. All right, here you go. Another first appearance of Blood Axe too. There you go.
Newsstand.
Yeah, that's all from the store, man. I'm telling you, they had some
that's all
books
from
there.
the store, man. I was
right.
I was like,
Manny usually bashes that store, but I told him, I said they stepped their game up when they come to the back issues, and
He was the last one out of the store. He was the last one out.
He was.
Yeah, I was. So and then I picked these up today. To this Thunderbolts cover. I'm assuming that it's Green Goblin.
Yeah, it's Green Goblin. That's a Matina cover right there, man. That's a dope Matina cover.
Yo, hold on one second, man. Let me just pause you for a second real quick because I don't want to lose it. I'm not going to do the video. Don't worry. I just want to, because this is for Steve specifically. This is from CLG Comics. He gave us, thank you for the $5 super chat. He says, Steve, you have a great team at the Dallas branch. Darrow is always great to deal with. And I also want to know if I can drop off my books there.
Well, thank you very much for the compliments. Daryl is great to deal with. He's a great guy, and we do have a great team in Dallas. Thank you. But you can drop your books off. Just speak with Daryl, make an appointment, and you can drop the books off. But it has to be by appointment these days because of the COVID and everything. You have to wear a mask and the whole bit. But just reach out to Daryl, and he'll take care of you.
All right, cool. There you go, CLG.
All right, just
go ahead.
A couple of more, and then that's a few.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say a few. Okay, so Thunder Agents #1, I picked that up too.
Yeah.
So apparently this is you might see this on an auction. This is a money book. I think it's like a $15 to $20 book. I don't know.
Really? Damn, I got like 3
That's because of the print count on that book. It wasn't ordered.
Slow.
Not too many were ordered. Low print count on that book. That book nobody cared about it. So when nobody cares about it, not too many are gonna get ordered. And
when New 52 came out, I picked up every #1 backtrack.
Then I picked this up. This Captain America adventure.
Oh, it's the Kevin McGuire. Yeah.
Yeah.
He does great work on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are really cool. You know me, I like Captain America. And then
those are good reads, man. You have a few of them. There's I think like
and then
4
2
of them.
more, and that's it.
Yeah,
and then I'm done.
I think.
And then I picked up this Naomi.
Naomi's hot right now.
5. She's hot right now. And then I saw this, and I said, you know what? I looked this up on eBay because I know these Rachel Rising. It's and it's #2, and this is apparently it's like a $20 to $30 book.
Right. Yeah, it's a good read, actually.
Yeah, and that's it.
Terry
I'm
Moore.
not showing any more books. Yeah, Terry Moore.
All right.
I saw it stack. You got like 1,000 books.
Let me just show mine real quick. I don't have that many. I only got a few.
That's it. No more.
I'll run through them real fast. So I've been picking up The Last Ronin for my daughter. She's been reading it. So I picked up. I think that's the 3rd print that had came out of #1, and I got the 2nd issue that came out. But she has that right now.
She's reading it right now.
No, I don't know if she's reading right now, but she has it with her. So I just want to show a few. I don't got that many. Put that back there. Put that back. So I did pick up another the B cover of 2 Moons also. I bought it I read it after Manny had recommended it to me when he read it. And then some Spawn issues that I found for $5. Todd McFarlane and Greg Pulo covers. After watching Joker's Spawn thing, I saw some of those covers. I'm like, I'm gonna stop picking some up. Issue 42, Tony Daniel cover.
Tony Daniel's dope.
Yeah, Tony Daniel. I love his Batman work. So
dope.
Spawn is a natural fit for him.
Book, Wednesday.
And then House of M #1. I had issues 1 through 7, just the regular covers, and then I found this variant on there for $5. So I picked that one up. And then I was missing issue 8, and I got lucky, and I was able to find issue 8 on there of House of M. Great storyline. Then like Manny had found a few of them, and I was able to get one the 2nd printing also, Bounty Hunters.
Nice.
And then the only 2 Star Wars, they had a lot of Star Wars books there, but I kind of like put back some of them because they have them priced pretty high right now. So this is one I always would pick up, the Star Wars Tales with the photo.
There you go.
Covers, and this is issue number 15. Really, it's in mint condition, man. Really nice.
Dope cover, yeah.
And then this cover, ask the guys when you see it in person, it's very, very vibrant. The colors, man, for the book, and it's perfect, man. It has to get graded. Dark Empire, issue number 2.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
Great story.
You can even tell
Great
off the
covers.
video how colorful,
that cover
mint.
is crazy.
it's not. It looks like it's
Crazy
painted.
pops.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I do have 2 pickups that I had ordered from mycomicshop.com. The first one was I found a copy of Visions #1. This is the first appearance of Viz, and Virginia, his wife, and there's a little speculation about Viv coming into the MCU. So who knows? Maybe that'll pan out.
That's a great book to pick up, man. I keep
And
saying
this is
time and time again.
yeah, definitely time to pick. And I paid $20 for it only. And the last book is my spec that this character is coming to the MCU. X-Men 49, first appearance of Polaris. For anyone that doesn't know in the chat or anyone that's new to comics, that is Wanda's sister. That's also Magneto's daughter as well. So you already have Quicksilver, you have Wanda. It's obviously you're gonna have Polaris. And I got this one at on my comic shop. They have it graded. My comic shop puts a grade on it. They have it at a 2.5, but I went over it, and I think it's a 3.5. And usually they kind of undergrade their books a little bit.
They kind of undergrade their books. I mean, I deal with. I'm good friends with Buddy Saunders.
Yeah.
Nice.
And asked him about it. He said he doesn't want returns.
There you go.
That's smart. That's smart.
Great
That's
reason.
really smart. Yeah.
That's smart. So I'm gonna have Erod press and clean this. I don't think it has any pressable defects, but it can be cleaned a little bit. But I want to see what it comes back. I'm thinking it's gonna come back at 3.5.
So Steve, that's coming your way then.
All right.
Yeah.
That's just gonna need more work. Great.
So who wants to show next, real quick before?
I got something real quick.
I got a few too.
Okay, so let me highlight Jeff.
Yeah, it's just some
Jeff.
books that I missed out for the last couple of weeks. So got Champions number 4. I like this. This is a good run so far. Everybody keep telling me to pick up 2 Moons. I haven't read it yet, so I will be reading it soon.
Read it.
Then King in Black. I heard good things about this except from one person. Then of course Crossover. And then I got this one in the mail today. This is Marvel Voices.
Oh yeah,
this is the Lotto cover.
Nice.
So, and on top of that, got bags and boards because you can never have enough bags and boards.
There you go.
That's it.
Awesome, Tim.
So
awesome.
I just want to read this comment because this is for Steve also. This is from Earthshaker01 Tim C. He said, I've been dealing with CBCS technically right before they opened. Since then, I have sent in well over 1,000 books in the last 5 to 6 years. Nothing but pure class and excellence. Nice.
Oh, it's so nice of Tim. No, very sweet. Thank you, Tim.
And
Smooches.
All right. Not much, but with the news that Department of Truth got picked up. So I've been getting them since day one, but I wanted to get the second print. So this is the second print of number 2 and number 3. They only had one of them left, so I said, all right, I'll take them. And then E gave me some stuff. So he gave me Twilight Zone number 1. That's from the Now Comics line, which is pretty cool. Nice mint copy, too. Thank you, E.
It's a newsstand.
Yeah. Now he gave me this one too. Newsstand copy of Batman, the famous Batman and Superman cover.
Hey.
And then trade paperback, Kong meets the Planet of the Apes. So Loot Crate special. So thank you for this. I'm definitely going to read this. And that was it. But the store was awesome. We had a good time in there.
Oh yeah, the store was great.
But it was like when E was getting all those comics, we were right in front of each other, and then we're like, "On, you need this, you need this." It's like, "Oh, Marky, no, you need that," So
I was there in spirit.
Cool. And then Mike, and then Mike and Manny, they were right there with their phones on CBCS going, That was awesome. It was awesome. We had a great day, man, and that was a nice store. So
yeah. Anything else you guys want to show real quick before we
I'll show some stuff.
Yeah, I've just got 2 things.
All right, so I'm gonna go before we go to Eli real quick. I'm gonna because I know Eli.
Yeah, Eli's got stories. But real quick, man, I'm glad I was able to scoop this up and only had 1 copy at the LCS of this. This is a book that's coming out. I think what it was today, Monday to the Wednesday. This ENIAC done by Bad Idea. It's a new publishing company. This book is going insane. If you guys have ever seen the cover, this is the only reason because I love horror. And
that's nice.
Guy that's like, get covered in Christmas lights. Matt Kent is going to be the writer on this, so I'm really looking forward to this. I'm going to be talking about this book tomorrow on CBSI's Indie Spotlight show. If you guys haven't checked that out, man, please do. Andy Tomlin, the writer for that, he does such an incredible job bringing a lot of books to the table that are well worth taking a look at and even investing in. So definitely look forward to that. That'll be on at 10 p.m. Eastern tomorrow night. And then last but not least, I was speaking about these books. I know a lot of folks out there, we all don't have deep pockets. I did a run over for Hope 181. If you can't afford it, there's another alternative. Of course, Giant Size X-Men. And one of the books that I kind of wanted to tell you guys, because I do find these at used bookstores, was this little tiny book. I just wanted to kind of give you guys a glimpse of what this looks like. And this Marvel Illustrated books right here reprints Giant Size X-Men for anybody that doesn't know. And again, man, just a beautiful cover, man. And this is actually done by Cochran. He's the one that actually did the cover on this book. And badass book. I find it time and time again because I like to read some of this novel stuff. Even found this Miles Morales. This is actually an advanced uncorrected proof for Miles. So definitely looking forward to reading this. But yeah, that's it on my part, man. So I appreciate it.
That's dope. Those are nice books, man. I like that.
Yes. A lot of folks don't know, man. There's so many reprints that are really cool for like Giant Size X-Men.
Yeah.
I just did the video last week on for the Comic Chopper. Definitely check
Remember,
that out
guys,
as well, guys.
Tomorrow at 10 p.m. Eastern, the link is already in the description below for Keep It Thoro Comics. He does the Indie Spotlight for CBSI, and Joker's his host, and I believe I'm going to be there as well, and Uncle Roman, right?
Yeah, so man. Everybody's loving, Uncle Roman.
Yeah.
They love his characters, so everybody's looking forward to it. And again, there's going to be some books that we'll definitely be talking about that you guys definitely want to have. For whatever reason, investment purposes, purposes to flip and things like that. I mean, I don't ever knock the hustle. I always tell people that.
I got you right now, Eli, but I just want this question because I think this is the second time Splash Page brought it up, and I want to make sure if we can, see if Steve can answer this one. This is from Splash Page Comics. And Splash Page normally doesn't send books out to grading, but he says, what would an AF-15 that he has graded at an 8.0 cost to grade?
Okay, so the minimum of a 1 day book, because of the value, has to go through 1 day, is $120 for a dealer. A little more for everybody else, and a maximum of $240. Sorry, $2,400. Sorry, $2,400. It's for dealers. I think it's 2.4% of fair market value, up to $2,400.
Okay, so but a book at an 8.0, that high grade, like what type of?
It's probably $2,400 if
that's how much it would cost, about $2,400 to grade like a 8.0 caliber book of AF-15.
Sure, I mean that's got to be super expensive these days. I'm out of the market, I don't know the pricing very well.
I know a Thoro recently sold for like $27,000.
Yeah, so you're talking big money.
Yeah, that 8.0, you're talking...
That's pennies compared to what it costs.
To what it's going to be worth.
It's worth the investment to do it.
Yeah, I was passing up on them at $500 a piece. I was saying, it's too much money.
Oh. How many times have you said that on other books?
You're going to retire early already.
Yeah, right?
You could have been retired already.
If I saved my collection, I could have retired already.
So shout out to Splash for that question. And so Eli, real quick before you have let me
and then we
sorry guys, this is a little laggy. Like these are things are
it's been lagging lately.
Yeah.
Steve, I know there was another question that got kind of skipped over. Somebody was asking, are you guys going to be doing customized labels? How kind of like CGC does a little Spider-Man stuff, and I feel bad because
we have no plans for that right now. I'm a big believer in letting the book speak for itself and let the label stay in the background, as opposed to the label being what's really important and the book isn't. I really think the book should be, set front and center.
I'm just looking at nice little Batman one. I don't know, I'm a Batman guy. So
Yeah,
nice
the label. Yeah. They are, you know, to be honest though, they are appealing. A lot of people do like that. They like to add the little Spider-Man logos and little things like that.
I get why people like it.
Yeah.
I just, just my personal take on it. Like I said, I don't know if we'll ever do them or not, but there's no plans right now.
But you know what? To be all honest, I mean, I like the labels and stuff too. But with CBCS new cases, you don't need the labels. You don't need the fancy labels.
Hey, you know what? But just a suggestion, Steve. Just a suggestion. That's all. If you ever decide to do that, go with DC because they have not been done yet. DC has not been done yet. You know, they've done Walking Dead, they've done Marvel characters, but there's no. Trust me, you put a Batman symbol there, you get people to flock for that Batman label to be put on there.
Yeah, well, I guarantee you that they tried. It was either too much money or DC just thought our hobby is silly and didn't care to deal with us.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, I mean,
rumors were true, huh?
It's Warner Brothers. They're looking to deal with big people. Yeah.
That's true, right? We always said why there's no DC labels, but to think about it, maybe just Warner Brothers don't want to do it. That's all
they got to license it to them to use their character's license on their label.
Yo, Big Will has a question too. There, he says, do you do any discount for cross grading, as in sending a CGC slab to get graded to CBCS?
We've done that in the past. Sure, we've done specials where crossover. It's worked out pretty well. We get a lot of PGX books, and boy, the people unhappy who send those in.
Oh yeah.
It's scary.
I mean, CGC, they do have they still have that cross grade thing.
Oh yeah.
When you go on the website to submit books, you can see it. It
makes
still
sense. There. Smart business.
I mean, I would think you guys should do the same thing too. I mean,
I'll bring it up at our next meeting. I think it's a smart move.
Yeah.
We have another question here. The questions are picking up back up again real quick. Rich Ty, he says, I have a Stan Lee verified signature with one of those horrendous Stan Lee verified stickers on the book.
Oh.
He said, is CBCS able to remove it without damaging the book?
No, CBCS doesn't do that, but I think there are people out there who can do it, but it might leave a stain on the book.
Right, because of the glue.
Right. Well, they could do it without damaging it.
It's those hologram stickers.
Right.
And they ruined a lot of books.
There's a couple of people on IG that you should look. Sanderson Studios, that's one of them.
Yeah.
There's Phantom Restoration, that's another one. Go check them on IG. They do tremendous work on old books. You got to see what they can do. They make them look like they came off the shelves again. So I don't think. Well, you can just ask them to show them the picture and say, "Hey, can you take this off and how much?" That's it.
Yeah. Pretty simple.
Steve, I got a question.
Sure.
All right, we know where you came from and everything. We know your origin story. Do you still keep in contact with the competition? I mean, do you still have friends who still work there?
Yeah, some of the people, but they're not very happy with me. So that's okay.
Feelings mutual. They're not happy with me either.
Yeah.
I mean, because you know how you got people like, I'm totally Marvel, I'm totally DC, but Marvel and DC, they do communicate with each other. So I thought it might have been the same thing.
We reached out. They just didn't care.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're lost, man. They're lost.
Yeah, definitely they're lost.
Well, actually, the hobby's lost. If people could get together, we could all work together.
That's true.
It'd be better for the hobby.
Yeah, people don't realize you make more money together, and just look at Sony and Marvel, right?
Sure.
WCW.
Right?
Yeah. So I'm sorry, I didn't want to we going a little bit past our threshold, but I want to give Eli real quick the opportunity to show what he got real fast. So let me just
I didn't get to show my Golden Age book.
I know, because you were getting on freeze now. You want to do the Golden Age book, or you want to show some books?
I'll show some books
for
some people.
And then we'll do the giveaway after that?
Yeah, we did, and we do, because we still have the giveaway. Yeah,
don't take too long.
I'll be back. Don't make me say it.
Yeah.
All right, man. Hold on, I'm gonna make a bowl of cereal. Wait a minute.
All right, we're not doing my thing. Okay, right.
No,
I'll be real quick with that. Iron Fist number 14, not the first appearance of Sabretooth, but newsstand copy.
Yeah.
Iron Fist. Hard to find. Just thought I'd show that. My dad will like this. Too bad he's going to make cereal. No, I'm kidding. He's okay. Nice G.I. Joe #2. Actually, no, #6. That's a subscription variant from IDW. Really hard to find. I couldn't find anything. I couldn't find any copies on eBay. I got this from my comic shop. So
you know how to mail.
When in doubt.
So, got that. Really, really hard to find. And I've been having bad luck with these ash cans all coming like rusty staples. And I find it's been really a common thing with ash cans. But what are you going to do? I mean, these things are limited. They weren't kept in the best condition. And they were only meant for like stores to, preview the issue,
Right.
So I got this one, this Iron Man, Heroes Reborn.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh yeah, I remember those. Those are cool.
Yeah. The only other one I know that exists is the Fantastic Four one. So it's just the Iron Man Fantastic Four one that I know of. But yeah, this one isn't numbered. So I don't know if I should be worried. But it does have rusty staples, and that kind of like is irking me on it. But I only paid like $5 for it. I'm not tripping too much over it. And grab this Star Wars Galaxy magazine #1. Now, what's awesome about this is it is sealed with the Tales of the Jedi, Dark Lords of the Sith.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Which is
I remember that.
Nice.
Which is the first appearance of Exar Kun, who is one of the major, Dark Jedi characters from the Old Republic era. So that was pretty cool. And last but not least, I'm just going to show these also. Action Force.
Oh,
new comics.
Okay.
Sergeant Slaughter. Yep, issue #4. This is the only issue they have in stock. They got like 100 copies left in stock, guys. For all y'all Sergeant Slaughter fans and stuff like that are curious, and the art in this issue was like awesome.
That's cool.
And they're only $5 for these. So you can go head over to Valaverse.com. This is the only one of the issue 4s that's left. This was the main cover.
Yeah, and that's the better cover, anyways.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's 100 copies left, man. Y'all want to go over there and grab them? Hey, be my guest. And, Action Force #3. This is, the Steel Brigade issue. If you know the Steel Brigade, that was another G.I. Joe figure. They did a promotional figure back in the day. It was a mail away that they got the license to use as well. The figures are going to be dope. Like, they're going to be awesome when they come out. The comic book story, I mean, it's laying a little bit of the groundwork for these characters and everything. I mean, you got Sergeant Slaughter, tying himself to this brand. And, Bobby Valor, he used to work for Hasbro. He was a big proponent of the Marvel Legends line and everything. And, he did a lot of awesome stuff with that. But yeah, these are good comics, especially this one. You get to finally see Sergeant Slaughter for more than one page, whooping ass and taking names. So that's always a plus, So that's all I got.
So real quick, I wanted to give Eli opportunity at least to be able to touch on the last Golden Age book. I know Steve would probably like to see this cover. This was Eli's second choice.
Nice.
Yeah, this is Daredevil. When it comes to Golden Age characters, the original Daredevil and Black Terror are like my two favorites. So I had to put this on here. Really significant in it being that this is the first time Claw and Daredevil crossover. And it's also the second appearance of Daredevil as well. Crazy stories, man. Like this stuff.
They're really nuts.
Like there's stuff in this book you could not get away with. There's a whole controversy with a lot of these books. Why you don't really see them, talked about or reprinted too many times. Even the author himself, Lev Gleason, was pretty controversial and had FBI investigating him and stuff like that.
Oh wow!
Yeah. He it was a big deal. Lev Gleason was like a really, really big deal. back in those days. But this is just a really great book, and really hard to find one too. I've never seen one, and I've never.
Oh no, it's really a tough book to find, especially in decent shape.
Yeah, it's awesome read, awesome cover, everything.
Yeah, it's crazy cover, man.
Yeah.
And, you know what? Might as well, because you didn't get to say your piece on your first pick. So go ahead, Eli.
Oh, there it is. America's Best Comics, number 9. This is just a cover purchase, because back in the day, books were notorious for being like, oh, here's something on the cover, and then some completely different on the inside.
Yeah.
Really dope. Stromberg cover. You got Fighting Gang, Black Terror, and Doc Strange. Not Doctor Strange.
Doc Strange. That's who it is.
Not Doctor Strange, but Doc Strange.
Yeah.
Again, really just dope World War II era, cover. You even got the little thing on the top, right hand corner, the buy war bonds thing and everything. This is really dope, reminiscent of the storm in the beaches of Normandy.
Yeah.
Type cover, and it's like, how often do you see a superhero with a freaking bazooka in his hand?
I know.
Back in those times, just,
and the artwork that they did on all those covers, this is great. This is awesome.
Yeah, Stromberg was phenomenal, especially during that time, because he was doing so much work. He was doing Human Torch, Mariner, freaking All Winter. Like, he was doing so much stuff at that time too. So, just a really nostalgic cover. Some cover, one of my favorites I've always seen out there. So that's
cool, man. I knew Eli picked those books for specific reasons. And guys, and that was story time with Eli, guys. See, we got to use it, Eli. There you go. We got to use it. That was story time with Eli.
Yeah. My Wi-Fi decided to clonk out on me today, but that's what happens when you're on a base and you got helicopters flying all around you. Stuff going on. You're gonna get outages every now and then. So
shout out to Eli. He comes here every week, and he's from base. He's at during his base and stuff like that. So, man, thank you.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think we reached our threshold already. We've gone, a little longer than we normally go. Before we go real quick, I just want to remind everyone about CBCS's March promotion they have going on. 10% discount, guys. Use the discount code SAVE10 and you'll get 10% off your grading fees on all tiers. But remember that does not include on the shipping, guys. Shipping is always going to be there. All right. And the link to their website, guys, is already in the description below. And we're gonna go down the line. Let everybody give their final thoughts and shout outs real quick.
Giveaway.
Oh wait, there's a giveaway. Look at that. I'm already trying to do the giveaway. So Marky has a book. Let me highlight Marky real quick so he can do the giveaway.
I'll make it real quick. Someone just give me a starting line, and basically, hi Eli, how you doing?
Oh, hey, what's up?
We're gonna auction off Eli. No, it's starting now. All right. There we go.
There we go.
Right.
There you go. All right.
So give me a line here. And basically, I bought this at the shop when we were all hanging out and everything. And when I came home, I found out I already had it. So I decided to, since we were talking about Golden Age covers, and this is the one I picked, this is the chromium variant of the reprint of All-Star Comics number 3. See, nice, shiny.
No,
So
don't ask yet. Hold on, I didn't get
don't
that.
ask that. Yeah, just tell me when you get the starting line, then I'll ask.
Damn, man, I can't answer none of the questions either.
Nope.
Because I'm on the panel. What if I leave and come back?
Nope.
Damn it.
All right. So starting line is set. Go ahead, X.
All right, starting line. Who in the JSA first crossed over to the Silver Age? Just name the hero. And we'll see who gets it.
He was like, I know.
First,
I'm not saying anything.
First hero from the JSA to cross over to the Silver Age. And we got a winner. Ding, 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 ding. Text the collector.
Oh, nice. These are the Flash. There you go. All right. So, Tex, you already know how to contact Marky. You could contact them on Instagram and get all that, information and everything. Yeah. That was awesome, Marky. Thank you for giving
no problem.
that giveaway there.
That's awesome.
Yeah, speaking of giveaway, also tomorrow, I know Thoro's going to give his promotion and stuff like that, but you know what? I'll let Thoro, you remember about what I'm going to do for the giveaway, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were talking about the Black Cotton?
Yeah, the Black Cotton, the Ash Can, yeah.
So, if you guys ever checked out Black Cotton, man, new indie book that just recently came out, very controversial. A great book, a great read. I definitely would love to see a show or movie based on it, especially with the times and everything that's going on. So stay tuned for that on tomorrow, 10 p.m. Eastern. Man, big shout out to him for doing that giveaway. Again, make sure you guys come and check it out. Again, check out CBSI at comicbookinvest.com, guys. My man, Andy Tomlin, he does the Indie Spotlight series on there. Come and check out the Indie Spotlight show hosted by yours truly and hosted by my boy, Joker M21 right here as well. Always having a great time. And it looks like a lot of folks are kind of blaming us now for picking up indie books. All the better.
All we got to say is you're welcome. You're welcome.
Yes, you're welcome.
Yeah,
There's
right.
some great stuff out there. Also, man, send your books to CBCS. And I'm going to tell you why. All right? Because they give you graders notes for free. They do awesome grading. They got new slabs. Those slabs are great as hell. Other than that, man, remember, live life savage, not average. And Steve, real quick before I go, can I please send this to go get signature verified?
As long as you're paying, you know, we'll certify it. You know,
Right. I want to send this to a special community member. He truly is. Big Mario Lopez.
Yeah, you know, I knew you was gonna do something funny, so I said, you know what, let me let Thoro go first. You gotta wait for last, but I didn't want to wait till everybody.
That's all good.
Yeah, that was a good one, man.
Yeah, right.
That was a good one. So,
He's
so
in
Manny,
the
go ahead,
chat.
Manny. give your thoughts, final thoughts, and shout out real quick.
Yeah, he's gotta go to bed.
Tired, man.
Yeah, 4 a.m, guy.
Thanks for Steve for coming on, and that's about it, man. Thanks for everybody coming on the chat, hanging out with us this late, and that's it.
Yeah, cool guy. Eli, go ahead.
Thanks for Steve. It's always a pleasure having Steve here on the panel with us and everything. Love that we get to have somebody here from, just a really kind of like, prestigious company. He's doing, so much for collecting and everything. So big shout out to Steve and shout out to everybody on the panel. As always, like Thoro said, go get your books graded by CBCS, man. I love the cases. I personally missed the original cases, but that's just me. But things got to change. You can't keep everything the same forever. But that's it, man. I'm just chilling here as always with the NY Warriors, because that's what we do. Chill with the NY Warriors every Monday, 10 p.m. Yeah. You know where to be at. You know where it is. Follow us on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. Follow everybody on Instagram.
Yeah, everybody's linked to
me on
you guys.
Oh, Steve on Instagram. If you want to see some cool stuff you've never seen before.
Yeah, you gotta follow Steve on Instagram, guys.
Oh yeah, his grading table.
Yeah.
He shows the books. That's awesome.
Yeah, he shows some awesome books there. Jeff, go ahead.
Yeah, what can I say, man? It's always a good time, man, especially with Steve here with us. We be all the time, man. I just hope everything goes back to normal so we can have our cons again, so we can finally see Steve face to face. Because I know everybody asks all these questions to Steve, but Steve also got some great stories to tell, man. So that's pretty much it, man. So
yeah, definitely. I think only Manny has the privilege of breaking bread with Steve. We haven't done it yet. Yeah, so we're definitely due already.
Yeah,
plenty of time.
Marky, go ahead.
Oh man, well, it's great to see Steve again and just talking to him and everybody in the chat and everything. Congrats to Text to Collector for winning that book. I'll get that out to you this week, free of charge, of course. And just a great show all around. And just seriously, it was good seeing my Warrior brothers this weekend.
Definitely,
I do miss you guys. I do care about you guys. We care about everybody. We hope this whole thing will end soon so we can get to doing what we do best, going to cons, having fun, eating a nice meal, and that about it. All right? So
cool,
peace to everybody. Be safe.
All right.
You owe me gas money, man.
I owe you gas money. Yes, I do.
Mike, go ahead, Mike.
Yo, shout out to Steve, man. Steve was the man tackling those questions from the chat. Chat, man, special shout out to the chat. Came up with some very dope, questions, for Steve. Listen, man, these slabs are amazing, bro. Like I love the new slabs.
Yes, they are.
Yes,
they
I really do.
Really nice.
You know what? Besides the slab, shout out to CBCS with these beautiful bags for the slabs because they're so clear. Right? Yes, so that's very important. So definitely shout out to you guys for that. And listen, can I say another shout out to CBCS for doing the magazine slabs? Hopefully this summer. Hopefully we get to. So you know what I mean. I've been saying this.
Like
definitely. Listen, there's a lot of these.
Well, I never gave you guys a date before, did I?
No.
No.
Yeah, man. But
always you. We're working on it. We're working on it.
Yeah. And then one more thing, I see somebody said, my man Steve Borock, the Godfather of grading. I can't listen, man. That's what's up.
Way too kind. Bob Overstreet is the man.
So, Steve, anything you want to say before we go? Anything you want to
just that, everybody should be good to each other on this planet. Take care of each other. Be good to each other. Happy collecting. Just remember what it's all about. In the comic books and the friendships, having fun. And it's not about the money, man. It's about everything else.
Yeah, listen, if it was about the money, I would be doing this for the last 5.5 years already. you know? So that goes that, people always think that, are we trying to make money? Listen, it's been 5.5 years. I haven't made no money. So we wouldn't be doing this,
Labor
money I made.
Right? It's the truth, right? Yeah, so Steve, I want to
have me on and make me feel like part of the Warriors every time, man.
I already told you. You guys don't know the background in the chat. That Steve is a native New Yorker. Like he was from New York originally. So So, Steve, you're always welcome here. You're a friend of the show. You're our friend. Always a pleasure having you on. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for being on camera for the first time with us. This is actually your first appearance. This is your first cover appearance, right?
Yeah. On the Warriors. Yeah.
First cover appearance, basically. Guys, this is a playlist I'm gonna have set up on when you go to the homepage of the channel of all of Steve's appearances on the show, so you can see the progression from the beginning. How much has gone, how much has come, how much they've come along, from the old labels to the labels with the ribbons. You remember all those different things.
I love the ribbons.
From the red label to the yellow label, you can see that whole progression, throughout the years. So that's pretty dope that you can follow that. And I'll be tomorrow with Joker on my man Thoro's channel at 10 p.m. Eastern, guys. I want to stress that. I keep stressing that enough. And the Spotlight Show has gotten me to buy more independent comics because I don't really buy independent comics.
Maybe I can make a cameo on the Indie Spotlight.
And so remember to join us for that. And the links for everybody's in the description, guys. And that's it. I'm just going to end it, guys. Until next time. Peace.
Later, Gators.
Hey, everybody.